City Stand.
Thank you so much for joining us, and to the viewers who have been supporting over the years, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. In the United Kingdom, I appreciate you. In the US, Canada, South Africa, Nigeria, all over the world watching us, I really appreciate you. People supporting Michael Adekunle, I really appreciate you all. We're back at the stand. This is City Stand, courtesy of CSTV Nigeria. I'm here with some of the respondents who will be responding to the situation in the country today. We have different papers to be read, and we have the Nation newspaper, we have Nigerian News Direct, the Punch newspaper, and some other papers for you today. Let's quickly go to the Nigerian News Direct. Direct one on the Nigerian News Direct, we have the major headline which reads, again, Chinese firm takes over another Nigerian jet in Canada. Chinese firm takes over another Nigerian jet in Canada. Four things you didn't know about Kekere Ekun. To the next one, which is the Nation newspaper. What's the Nation saying this morning at the stand? Of course, it's City Stand, CSTV Nigeria, anchored by Michael Adekunle. Quickly to the Nation newspaper. What do we have there? The major headline it reads, no room for subversive moves. Federal government wants no room for subversive moves. Federal government wants. And to the next one, on page 6 of the Nation newspaper, we have ongoing road works will be completed, says Minister for Works David Umai.
City Stand.
We have Michael Oyedepo, the gentleman Mike. Gentleman Mike is here. It's been a while, gentleman Mike.
Yeah.
How you doing?
The big fish in the building today.
Gentleman Mike, I really appreciate you for coming on
Good
board.
to see my brother.
Thank you so much for the support. I didn't need to say this. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, sanitize the environment before you talk. And that's what we are doing here. Sanitizing the country, sanitizing the news. We need to give them the proper way we've been doing it.
Yes.
Michael, the new Larry King is in town. I'm talking about Kekere, not Michael Adekunle.
The new Larry King, you can say that again.
Honestly, the president had to drop his trip just to attend the swearing in of Kekere. Can you move closer to the mic a bit, Michael? Thank you so much. I asked some of the analysts, they were, on this program before you moved in, that what should be his priorities. This is a system that many Nigerians see as corrupt, and it played a controversial role. Let me use that word: controversial role and suspicious role in the 2023 presidential race. What do you think Kekere Ekun should do, and how do you think she can correct the narrative of Nigerians as regards that system, that particular institution? Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
All right.
To the fact that Mr. President had to quickly come on ground to swear in the new Chief Justice of the nation, I think it's under obligation to so do. Don't forget, Justice Ariwola retired yesterday, and there mustn't be vacuum in that space. So it's under obligation to quickly come around and ensure that a new Chief Justice is sworn in. As regards the rots that is in our justice system and the immediate action of this new CJ as she comes on board, don't forget she's an experienced person when it comes to the justice system and all of that. She's not a rookie, so we expect, she has always been there, we expect so much from him, but majorly there must be cleanup within the justice system, which must be done as soon as possible. Michael, our justice system, don't forget, we always claim That's supposed to be the hope of the common man, as we used to say here. But is the common man really getting justice from what we know? I think the straight answer is no. Most of the time, it's the highest bidder that gets justice. Most of the time, is the one that knows who is in power that gets justice and all of that. And I think Kekere Ekun should begin to correct that narrative and write her name, put her name
In the golden book, or what do you call it?
or in the sand
Or
of time
paper.
to ensure that her name is registered in the sand of time. So a lot of work need to be done. The judicial system need to be sanitized, as I've said. More uh, uh, judges need to be sanctioned. Erring judges at that need to be sanctioned. People must be sanctioned. It's embarrassing when you begin to hear uh, uh, a particular judge give judgment, and before you know it, before you say Jack Robinson, another judgment comes from another appellate court or a court of the same level, countering that judgment and all of that. We had a lot of uh,
Cases like
cases like that, which doesn't, speak well for our nation. It's as if justice has become uh, two for 10 kobo, if I may put it that way. People can just rush to the court and get something and all of that. It was becoming so for a very long time. So Kekere Ekun has a lot of work in her hands. She should roll up her sleeves and clean up the mess that we have always had in that system.
Wow, cleaning up the mess that we have always had in that system. And there are questions raised as regards our appointment into that office. Many are saying that why would a president appoint a Yoruba person into that position? The previous CJN,
Ariwola.
Ariwola, is a Yoruba man. This is another Yoruba person on the seat. They are still saying that it's a plan, it's a game plan ahead of 2027 presidential election as regards to Tinubu coming back to that seat. What do you think of all this mentioned by Nigerians?
Several school of thoughts as to why Mr. President is taking that decision of picking Ariwola to be the new CDN.
Kekere Ekun.
Kekere Ekun,
Sorry.
rather. Kekere Ekun, I meant to say. Don't also forget that the NJC always present names, Mr. President. They are the one saddled with the responsibility of
Appointing.
picking maybe one or two people to present the president,
President.
who has the prerogative of now picking one out of whatever names that have been penciled down for such office. So, school of thoughts, it's normal. You can't take down anything. We may not have details, we may not have evidence of some of those school of thoughts, but you can't knock it off completely. The reasons you are speaking, just Kekere Ekun at this time is best known to Mr. President. We don't want to begin to speculate as to his reasons. We don't want to say things that we cannot really substantiate. But the school of thoughts, they shouldn't be discountenanced. They shouldn't be thrown away. Don't forget, Mr. President is an outstanding politician. He knows his onions when it comes to politics. He plans ahead of time to get whatever he wanted. So I respect those school of thoughts, but I believe it was his prerogative to choose Justice Kekere Ekun to be in the saddle. So that's the way I want to live.
But is she capable of rejigging the electoral system?
You can't really assess a man or a woman until you give them the job. I don't like assessing people from the outside. Fine, we can look at antecedents to project what you are capable of doing. You can look at some of the things you've done before to that should give us an idea of what you are capable of doing. But at the same time, that we have also found that that is not the best way to even still assess until you give that man the job.
The job.
Don't forget Muhammadu Buhari, General Muhammadu Buhari, being a former general. My estimation about him when he was coming on board was that if he wasn't able to do anything at all, he would be able to at least tackle security issues. I felt Boko Haram was going to be a thing of the past. Being a general, being a man that has been in the military all his days, he should know what to do and all of that. But I was disappointed.
Which he promised to put an end to in 6 months.
In 6 months, he actually said that. But I was disappointed, Mike, when he came on board, and we didn't just have Boko Haram festering the more. We began to have bandits. We began to have more kidnappings and major insecurity issues. I mean, were some of the things that characterized his government. So until you are in the saddle, then we can assess you properly.
Until you are in the saddle, then we can assess you properly. Michael, are you also calling for the release of the detained protesters? I'm talking about end bad governance protesters.
You know, from time to time, government, I mean, both past and even this present government kept making that blunder of thinking that you can cage the people, you can keep harassing and oppressing the people. And the danger in some of these actions is that when people goes into hiding to confront governments from the hiding places, it becomes more dangerous to deal with. And don't forget, we are still dealing with Boko Haram issues close to 20 years after or thereabouts. So when people protest peacefully, I must underline the word peaceful. I am an advocate of peaceful protests. I am an advocate of people being allowed to express themselves as democracy
Is concerned.
as far as democracy is concerned. People must be allowed to express themselves, to express their feelings, as long as it is done peacefully. And any government, and I repeat, any government that attack such people, any government that detain such people in the manner that we are seeing, it's not doing the right thing. It's dangerous even for that government. People have protested peacefully, even though it was mismanaged in some states. We must admit, we must say it as it is. Some states took it beyond what we expected, especially in the northern part of the country. That is the truth. We began to see people flying the flag of another nation and all of that, people looting and all of that. So if those are the people, and I must say it the way it is, Mike, if those are the people that have been apprehended by security agencies, and there are evidences to show that those are the people that are involved in looting, that are involved in flying other nations' flag, that are involved in any form of criminality, and I think they should go in for it.
They should be penalized.
That is my position. Those that deviated from the original plan of peaceful protest across the country, people marching out to specific location to go and express their displeasure about the present government. Those that went out of that line and begin to loot, as we saw in some of the videos that we saw, and began to fly other nations' flag and all of that, calling for military incursions in some of the videos and all of that. They should be allowed to face the law.
And don't you think they got into that as a result of the frustration that is out there?
See, whatever actions one is willing to take, whatever displeasure one has with a particular government, you must count the cost of your actions before you embark on it. Wisdom demands that you count the cost. You have what it takes. You must sit down and ask yourself, do you have what it takes to take this decision or take this position and go free with it? If your answer is not yes, then you retreat. You cannot do certain things under the guise of I am frustrated, I am displeased with this government. And see, whether we like it or not, the nation is still being guided by law. The alternative to that is a state of anarchy. That is the alternative to having it done constitutionally, having it done in a manner that will not cause disintegration of the country. The alternative, the nearest alternative to that is anarchy. And as long as this nation has not gotten to that level, then people should be guided. People shouldn't do what they cannot really defend. And that is my own position.
All right, thank you so much, Michael. I really appreciate you.
Many thanks, my brother.
Spread it. Not CSTV Nigeria. It's a city stand. Tell your fans, your loved ones, your colleagues, your friends, everywhere that we are on air.
The king is back, I must say. The one that knows his onions is back. Fresh is back with more energy this time than we have always seen. That is why we're calling of viewers across the world, fans of Adekunle Michael, fans of Michael Daniels across the world to ensure that you stay glued to this great channel. We say it as it is. In-depth analysis of the happenings in the nation. You can always have it here.
All right.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
City stand.
Okpara Okokondem.
The new Okokondem.
The new Okokondem is here. Good to see you, Okpara Okokondem.
Yeah.
Wow, this is
long time. Thank God.
Good to see you.
God keep us alive to meet again.
Honestly, we are alive to meet once more. This is CSTV Nigeria. The title of the program, or the name of the program, is City Stand.
City Stand.
City Stand. You and I are the city. We are the city, and this is the stand. Any stand at all, anywhere people converge to discuss important issues, politics, entertainment, anything.
It's a stand.
It's a stand.
Gathering for the people.
Gathering for the people. So, CSTV Nigeria, I'm here with Okokondem, Mr. Okpara.
Yeah.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, Michael.
All right, you're welcome.
Yeah. I'm Mr. Okpara, the new Okokondem. In this Republic of Biafra, live by Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and his IPOB government of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Father Yahweh, I thank thee and magnify your name for the life you are giving to every one of us, even for the opportunity you made me to have this channel to speak. Father, be praised, be magnified in Jesus' name. Be glorified. In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you so much, Okokondem with prayers, and I really appreciate it. As an opening ceremony and opening session of this program today, Okokondem, we now have Kekere Ekun as the new CJN, as the Chief Justice of the Federation. The retired Ariwola, as said by the President of the country, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, made an impactful mark in the judicial system. But the question is, why a Yoruba person on the seat again? That's what Nigerians are saying, not Michael Adekunle. And do you think this woman is capable of rejigging the system? I'm talking about the judicial system. Do you think she's capable? And many Nigerians are still saying that this is a planned game. This is a game ahead of the 2027 election. Don't you think it is premature to talk about the 2027 presidential race at this point in time?
Mr. Okpara, the new Okokondem. I am not after who sit on the seat of the judiciary or not. I am not after the tribe the person came. I am not. What I am after, how is the law passed? What I am after, what rule they are playing to allow justice and equity to stand? What rule they are playing for common people to have to say for the judiciary or court or law to be the last hope of common men of Nigeria? That's what I'm after. The judiciary of Nigeria gets crumble, immediately Buhari get in. From the Chief Justice, somebody Tanko
Mohammed.
The former Chief Justice during the Buhari era, who read only customary law of what they call it, Sharia law, and become a judiciary controller. After that, Melanie, former Attorney General Appellation, who don't know that kidnapping is against law, and he went and kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. This is the type of people we need to sweep out from the law. Even the man that retired now,
Ariwola,
the role he played also is so wrong.
In our system, right?
In our system, all over the world. You see, Nigerian judiciary system have been terrorist all over the world. Then Nigerians are looking whosoever will come and rebuild the image of Nigerian judiciary. The past ones from 2015 made Nigeria not to have what we call judiciary, but what we have in Nigeria is juju music, where people come and dance to their shame. Look at the judgment. He said that Nnamdi Kanu, Nigerian judiciary said Nnamdi Kanu by the Supreme Court, which the Attorney General is heading, that Nnamdi Kanu don't have any case to answer concerning the jump of bail. He did not jump bail, but it was Nigerian government led by the armed forces who went to vandalize his place to kill him. He have right to run for his life. And he said again, if I'm not mistaken, that he was not repatriated to Nigeria, he was kidnapped to Nigeria. And the same law, the same judges said that Nnamdi Kanu was still languishing in the prison. All the account they give to him, okay, he don't jump bail. Okay, allow him to go out, to go and come and complete the bail you give him before you interrupt. Go and accomplish it. He said no. He was there. The case he won, the same law in Nigeria, the same court in Nigeria, made him to win the two cases. The same Supreme Court, headed by the Attorney General, cancel it. The judgment should start afresh. Up to now, until this one was removed now or retired now, there's no law or charges against Nnamdi Kanu, and he's still there languishing. These are part of the thing that led the judiciary to become a thing of mockery in the world. So this person that have taken over, I don't want to know whether she's a woman, whether she's a man, or whatever gender he is or she is, or whatever tribe she comes. All I know, let she or her, he or him do the right thing.
You are just after the right thing.
Let him do the
regardless
right thing.
of the tribe.
Regardless of the tribe. Let when election came, you judge it according to, look at the past one. People are rumoring, and everyone they're saying that it was Peter Obi that won the election 2023. But the INEC and the judiciary said is Tulumbu. And because of common men, their last hope is judiciary. Peter Obi have to accept it. Labour have to accept it. All the whole prominent Nigerians have to accept it because judiciary is their last hope. They take it. As for what the NEC said, it does not all go well with the people of Nigeria. But because of judiciary intervened and said it is Tinubu that won, they take it like that. So let there be good saying. Look at this other man and the head your hand. The same judiciary interrupt it and they carry a vampire give Imo State. that is sucking their blood now. You don't judiciary. Let the right thing be done. Let this woman come now and revisit Nnamdi Kanu case. The current appointed CGM or elected, whatever made he or her to be there. Let that person come now and revisit Nnamdi Kanu case.
Do you think with Nnamdi Kanu can regain freedom?
If the person, she or he, what is that is her name?
Kudirat Kekeriaku.
Okay, Kudirat is a woman. Kudirat. I can remember that word, Kudirat. If she can start on the justice and equity, fairness, Nnamdi Kanu will regain his freedom. I'm telling you honestly, Nnamdi Kanu will regain his freedom. If the Aso Rock, if the executive will not intervene, I'm telling you honestly, if Mr. President, Senate President, Rep Speaker, Vice President, Ohanes Ndigbo will not intervene, Nnamdi Kanu will regain his freedom. If don't be silly politicians from East, those that betray Nnamdi Kanu, if they not intervene and leave Mrs. Chief
Justice
Attorney General to do the right thing, Nnamdi Kanu will regain his freedom. I'm telling you honestly, by God's grace, not by my own making or by the making of the Attorney General, but by God's grace, Nnamdi Kanu will regain his freedom. And talking of election, that is too late. Tinubu is working for 2027. If they were Tinubu, what will they do? You see, I'm a social critic. I don't support anybody when they're doing the wrong thing. Tinubu have entered, whether he entered through legal or illegal, he's Nigerian president. We cannot deny him that. Therefore, no matter how not to say he's one-term president, he have to work to accomplish his 2 terms. So if he did not start now working for the election, then how can he be able to play his Banadona game in the election? Because Tinubu is a political calculator. Tinubu, if you can hear me, he's a political calculator. If he calculate you, you don't want to work, he manipulates you. He's a political Maradona. He can dribble well.
That's what you've observed about him.
I said the man is dangerous in politics. He is dangerous in politics. You understand? As far as political game is concerned, he can play. He can play defense. He can play attack. He can play midfield. He can play all of them. Even the rear side, the wings, he can play 7. He can play 11. He can, both left and right. He can. As far as politics is concerned, then anybody who is saying Tinubu is working now for 2027. When will he work to? If he did not start now to work 2027, when will he work 2027? Is it when it's January 2027? He work for 2027. No, 2027 begins today.
It has begun.
Today, even though it has begun since he was swept in. 2027 began. That is why you see every politician would like to loot to keep inside his pocket ahead of the next election. Now, palliative is sharing now is for 2027. Whatever Trump is doing now is 2027. You understand? So anybody said that 2027 is too early, don't understand politics. All over the world, that does not understand politics. As I am now, if Tinubu come in now and then find me something to eat, he did it for 2027. He don't do it because he loves me. He do it for 2027. He will use me to go and convince my people to vote for him. If Tinubu go now, meet all the whole Southeast, South, national rulers, and tell them you people are good people. God will bless you people. He did it for 2027. Well, that's what I'm telling you. When we will know that Tinubu is trying to help people or doing like it, after 2027, if Biafra still remain in Nigeria up to that time, then at that time when he was sworn in for 2nd term, Whatever he do that time, we know that he's not doing that again for the future. He's doing that as a normal thing he want to do. But that time, whether he like it or not, he will step aside. He will come down. 8 years don't complete. So anybody who is saying that Tinubu is bringing this woman in for 2027, is it Tinubu that will bring Muhammadu
Yakubu Muhammad.
Yakubu Muhammad? Was it Tinubu that bring it to him? But he worked for Tinubu. Tinubu was the one who, it was Buhari that put him there. But he worked for Tinubu.
Even Ariwola.
They work for Tinubu. It doesn't mean whosoever is there. It's when you play your card well, then you get more fun.
City stand.
None at all. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone all over the world. God bless you and your family and your business and your life and everything. And I want to say, good kudos to him, Ariola. I know that he's going to be retired, but swaying another person, is she the next person to be the CJN of Nigeria, or is doing it because she's a Yoruba person?
Wow.
That is the big question. It's uncalled for when you know that the next CJN is not the Yoruba. The next should be go to the necessary person in another tribe that goes well, not Kekereku, because she said that it was. Who swearing Ariola? Is it not Buhari that swearing him to the so-called as a CJN this, because he was the next to become the CJN. But nevertheless, it should not be so like that in your balance. It's a slap. It's a slap. That means Tinubu is shooting his leg, he's shooting a gunpowder on his toes and his breast and his heart accurately. That he's supposed to follow the due process of the Federal Canada Commission, including to all the parastatals that belong, a really Fiscal Responsibility Act, and everything that has to do with the justice whatever procedure. He should not jump the fence whereas it's not the turn of the Yoruba tribe. He's supposed to go through the process, and who is the next? Whose tribe is the next to become the CDM? And it should not say because of his it. If others are doing that, it should not. That's not the culture of Oduduwa, and that's not the culture of Yoruba. So I'm saying that if you are saying to the, he's shooting the gunpowder on his leg.
City stand.
All right, viewers across the globe, I really appreciate you for joining us on today's program. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Please join us tomorrow for an exciting program on this platform. Michael Adekunle remains my name. Really
City stand.